there was an old expression in the 70s when I was in high school, is you could tell the difference between the men and the boys by the size of their toys. And I always think that that's so ridiculous, because you come in naked, you go out naked. No, none of the toys go with you, right?
Yeah.
No toys go with you. You came in naked, you go out naked. So whatever you amass is not what life is about. It's about who is the one doing that work in the world, whatever it is, whether you decide to be a Tibetan monk, or whether you decide to be a successful businessman and contributor to the Western world. It doesn't, that part depends on your own vibration. What do you want to do, right? I love the idea that, not that I believe in you're going to get questioned by God about how you did, but I think the question that will run through your consciousness as you evolve, as you start to see more clearly through what Ernest Holmes, the great metaphysician from the last century, called the myths, is that he said the entire point of these lessons is to enable man, to free man from himself, enable him to see through the mist into the eternal and changeless reality, right? So when we see through the eternal and changeless reality, the questions your own soul is going to be asking is, what'd you learn about love? And what'd you do with your gifts, right? And that would be what I did with my gifts would be, how authentic was I to myself, right? That's a really interesting thing. One of the things that you didn't mention, which I don't make a big deal about, I happen to be a pensioned actor in the Screen Actors Guild. I spent 19 years making a living in front of the camera. And at that time, I was really convinced, once an actor, always an actor, until at some point I realized the spirit itself, that the giver of my own life force, wanted me to get off the script and to start writing and speaking what I thought was so, right? So like, okay, well, I have had some joy in showing up on an occasional set, but I was dedicated as a professional actor to doing that work. Now, and for the last 35, 40 years, I've been dedicated to the discovery of what's my authentic self, and how do I bring it forward in the world. Right? Yeah. Very different paradigm. Yeah. And that's really what we want. I'm a parent. I've got 2 beautiful full-grown kids and 6 grandchildren. And, the greatest joy is, the dog, the cat, the bird, and the kids, and it's like, well, I don't know if that, I hope that shows up. He likes the dog, the cat, the dogs, the cats, the bird, and the kids, the grandkids. That was a great gift. Right. Yeah. But that's authentic to who I am and what I really mean. And that doesn't mean you don't have all the other human challenges in the middle, but you try to eventually, as you mature, as you're going forward, particularly when you're doing it consciously. Like, one of the things I think that people don't really understand is that when you're making a decision, whether you're Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote a wonderful essay on circles. And he talks about circle upon circle and wheels upon wheels and generation upon generation, and how all of those circles are all connected, right? Yeah. So eventually everything's connected. And if we really knew that, then what we would know is that the real contribution I can make in the world is discovering who and what I am, and to walk that walk, or dance that dance, or sing that song in the world. And that will make you feel better about yourself, and that will cause you to be more forgiving to yourself, more loving to yourself, and understanding that it's not a matter of how big your group is. It's a matter of what is the qualities of your authentic self are you bringing to that group, whether it's your family, your friends, your support group, or a men's community, or wherever the groups or affinities are. Yeah. What are you bringing to it? And then ultimately, what are you bringing to it as a human being? I just came back from a cruise, the first one I've been on with my wife. Well, we've been on boats, but not a cruise ship. And I'm 900 people that I don't know, and nobody's reading my essay. Nobody's saying, this is the great and wonderful Harry Morgan Moses who contributes to the world. Nobody says that. you're just another guest on the boat. And the question is, well, are you a good guest? Are you bringing a nice vibration to the boat, or are you bringing a bad vibration to the boat? Right. And that's what you're going to get credit for is, oh, there was a guy who was so nice, or somebody who helped, or somebody who offered to help. I mean, I remember we were walking with a group, and the group was walking too fast, and a wonderful gay couple started to fall back to watch out for us, right? And those are the sweetest people, right? Because they were extending beyond their own vacation to look out for other people. Yeah. And I thought, well, boy, was that, those are some sweet souls, right? Yeah. And that's who you want. That's what you want in your world, is be attracting people who you think are making a good contribution to the world, right? Yeah. And to do it consciously. And that's the whole point, is no matter how big or small it is, it's are you seeking to be a beneficial presence consciously? And are you working on that? Mm-hmm. And if you're in a fit of rage, or you're following the newspapers and you're upset about this side or that side, or even you can't undo a violent act with a gun that's already happened. There's nothing you can do about that, but you can be a vibration of peace. You can be a vibration of love. You can be a vibration that goes beyond humans imposing suffering upon itself. Mm. Don't be a human who imposes suffering upon itself, right? Yeah. That's how you can change the world. Change yourself and change the world. That's the best way to do it. And in that way, you'll be making your contribution. And big or small, like I say, it doesn't matter. You don't take any of the toys with you, and nor do you take any of the bank accounts with you or anything else. Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's you're acting from soul purpose instead of material purpose.
Correct. There was a great New Thought teacher named Roy Eugene Davis who did a wonderful work for a lot of years, and I knew him personally. And his line, which I borrow all the time, is, "I am an immortal spiritual being, superior to my mind, to my body, and to my experience." Mm-hmm. So let me put my attention on that great, magnificent fact, and not so much on whether I'm driving a fancy car or riding on a big boat. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with fancy cars or big boats, but it's not going to fulfill your purpose. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if you're acting from that place of purpose, then maybe that big boat goes to a place where they've just had a disaster and helps people, or, something like that. It's like for me anyhow, more motivated by this soul purpose thing, this deeper drive.
The line that comes out of that is, "I choose to comfortably live my life and fulfill my purpose." Mm. Your suffering is not helping anybody.
Yeah.
Find a way to help yourself and be gentle with yourself and be comfortable with yourself, and to comfortably live your life and according to the way you see it, right? The way your body needs it. What do you need? Not everybody. Jack LaLanne, the great fitness guy, towed a rowboat in his teeth for 26 miles across the water. Everybody doesn't need to do that.
Yeah.
But if it's yours to do, rock on,
Yeah. Yeah. I think what I really got from when you were talking about kind of maintenance and repair is, not needing to be the Superman, not needing to fix the world, as if I could do that. If I could, that'd be great. But it's, like you were talking about, this world has been here. It's not, it's going to remain in a sense, forever, infinitely.
In some form or another, right?
In some form or another, yeah.
So,
and to take,
but who you are in it, that makes a big difference.